Hello, my lovelies. First of all, I want to start by saying welcome. If you're new, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. And to my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. This is a reading for all signs. It's for all people. Doesn't matter what star sign you are or moon sign. This is for us all. This is the 1111 portal reading. Okay, guys, so this is what we're going to be doing here. All the other videos are up, so you can go ahead and check them out. Wonderful. I'm already loving the cards I can just see. Let's stop here for this 1111 portal. Okay, so this mental conflict, if you've been feeling stuck lately, things aren't moving forward, we've been going through quite chaotic times. This Two of Swords energy with Mercury this year in 2020 retrograding in all the air signs. We've had a lot of mental conflict, and as we can see, this is now reversed. We're now able to move past that, right? That's what this energy is going to be bringing in for you, which is wonderful. If you've been feeling stuck on which direction to go, making decisions and feeling like there's chaos all around us, and just feeling stuck in general, we can now stop with the procrastination and make a decision and move forward, and look where it's moving us. Wish fulfillment, that Nine of Cups. Not forgetting the Pluto was retrograde, Saturn was retrograde. They have been having this major effect on us, but it's making us do the spiritual work. Okay, guys, so a lot of the times in general readings, I see, no, I'm not in that place. It's good things aren't happening for me. I'm stuck. I'm overthinking. I'm maybe even thinking about another person. I don't know which way to go. There's bad things happening in my life. Things are sort of falling away from me here, and I'm losing friends and family. And it often happens, right, when we're going through these spiritual awakenings, but it's to lead us towards this. The spiritual work isn't all bad. This is fulfillment of wishes to get the life you desire. The 9 is related to self, to the 9th house, getting us to think outside the box and think in terms of the whole of humanity, not just what's going on with me, but the whole of humanity, and learning to love ourselves, love others unconditionally, maybe even be understanding and compassionate with other people. All this love here within the 9 of Cups is what we search for. And, we have to go through those points where we start searching internally. So then when we love ourselves, we can give love externally, right, to other people. So, of course, 1111, there is going to be a new wave of people waking up, which will also help those who are already awake. What is that lady called? I forgot, sorry. She's called Dorian something. Sorry, I'll check it. But she said we came in 3 waves of volunteers here. And I think it was at Lionsgate when I told you guys there is this new wave of people who came here to help the planet raise its vibrations, right? And in order for us to get to a position to be able to help the planet, we have to shed away all that was maybe misleading to us, taking us in the wrong direction, things that wasn't serving our highest good, our calling. So now we've shed all that away, and we're changing the way we think with this mental conflict card. Those who are just waking up and just getting onto your spiritual path, you guys, if you are going through challenging times, you're not alone. Okay, there is others out there, and they'll start to come up on your YouTube page, or you'll Google one thing and something else will happen. You'll see 1111 all the time on your clock and things. And all of those who have been there and done that, wearing the t-shirt very proudly, you can support them, right? And it made me think, this morning, as soon as I woke up, somebody was commenting negative things on my page. And a long time ago, I would have very quickly snapped back. But it brought to mind that, you know, we call ourselves like the children of God, or we used to. Maybe some people still do and things like that. But I just look at these people and I felt like, well, if I say I look at them as children, it's almost offensive, right? I'm not looking at this person as a child. What I meant is somebody who's a student, somebody who's just learning, just getting on the path. So I feel like this was a time of, you know, putting into practice for us, of those who have been there and done that and, you know, are well into our spiritual journey, to start putting that love out to other people and understanding. Sometimes it's even by doing nothing. Like, you know, I didn't comment back to her and say anything bad. I just thought, I remember when I was there and I needed somebody to be maybe understanding, even though I was trying to provoke them and trigger them and prove that I was right and my ego was in the way. So let's not get off topic, right? But this is a time for, you know, the blockages to now clear, for you to get what you desire, to be on the right spiritual path, to find your calling with this awareness. So there is this mass energy, and you will feel the energy lift almost. You can feel like a weight off you, things improving, things getting better for you now, knowing what path to be on, and knowing that there's more to this existence, right? So this is becoming even a powerful manifester. Anything you want right now, write down those wishes if you like to call them wishes, write down those goals if you want to call them goals. But here we are, and it's saying your time is now. Okay, start putting in what you want for the next coming year, what you want to achieve, how that helps humanity raise its vibrations, right? Over the last weekend, we've seen an extreme tragedy at a festival, and you know, we want to be sending energy and light and positivity out there and protect ourselves spiritually. Okay, guys? I don't really speak on those sort of matters unless people speak to me personally, but because I don't want to feed into negative energy and keep spreading negative energy. We want to protect and cover ourselves spiritually. Okay? This is about having that awareness of yourself, maybe, you know, not bad mouthing other people, but, you know, having that awareness to protect our own divine energy. So doing a lot of spiritual protection right now while we go through this these changes, because people are coming after that positive energy. We're here to raise the vibration, right? We're not just here to collect, if you like, you know, and just receive. It's not about that. It's more about raising the energy, giving back to others, which in turn will give to us. Okay, so I guess the significance of the 1111 portal, it's well known for, I guess, being lucky and people seeing it on the clock. So people often feel the need to make a wish, and this is why we see at this time wishes being fulfilled. Okay, so let's see what the 1111 portal has in mind for you guys. Let's just take the Queen of Pentacles there, and we'll look at these three. Okay, so we're seeing again out with this sword energy that we're all sort of combating and getting rid of. It wasn't even so long ago that we, you know, seen this Libra season, a lot of chaos in the world and things like that, and people being worried. And I feel like some of you who are new and just waking up, maybe experiencing this Three of Swords and this Nine of Swords energy, like I knew, because usually the Nine of Swords is, I was worried about something and it was unfounded fear until I've manifested it into a reality. So it could be you ignored your intuition that somebody was, you know, cheating on you or going to break your heart and stuff. Don't worry about that, okay? Because you had to go through this spiritual catalyst in order to wake up with this wave. So you had to meet somebody, maybe even a karmic partner here, and for them to get you to this point to wake up with the Three of Swords, because it's about learning to heal yourself. The others of you who have been on this journey a long time, and we see the 9 here now reversed on this 9, and it's about, for you who have already been through this, and you're not this wave that's waking up, but you are a wave that previously woke up, so maybe the older generation here, this is like seeing that broken heart for what it is, seeing that blockages and getting clarity, understanding that, you know, I was having indecision in a relationship or in these people in my life, and, you know, I had to learn to put myself first and nurture them. Now I've done that, I'm able to then go back and not focus so much on myself now. So you are almost done with the learning to love yourself. You have it in place. You probably was even tested up until now, like, hey, did you actually learn your lesson here? You know, did you make the changes? Or when you was presented with somebody who promised you again, you know, something they couldn't deliver, did you accept and, you know, not have healthy boundaries in place? Sorry, just putting the charger in there. So I feel like you've come into the ends of those tests now, and with this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're becoming very abundant. So your spiritual path will be, you are now abundant in order to be able to give back to other people. So very nurturing. I guess with that in mind, you might be quite curious to what's to come and what's in store for you. And you are almost like, yeah, I'm feeling abundant, or, you know, I feel like something is coming. I feel like it's my time to step up. That sort of energy you'll be feeling within that. Well, I feel, especially if you are or have any sort of innovating ideas that you're hoping would take off, now's the time to do this for yourself, okay? Because you're like a magnet here, Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. You're like a magnet for what you want and what you desire, because the Divine's now helping your wishes to come true in order for you to help other people. So I feel like it's very good time for you guys to be doing what you're supposed to be doing, like your spiritual calling. So you could be starting new businesses. If you're, you know, overthinking and holding yourself back and you haven't done it yet, and then you're asking, where's this money, this reward that I was promised? It's because maybe you didn't trust yourself here. You know, you didn't think you was worthy of those things and that sort of thing. So definitely I feel like even if you didn't trust yourself and you didn't make any moves, you can still do that now. 11/11, it's time for you to jump and start asking your self questions here. Am I happy in my professional life? Am I happy in my family life? Am I happy with how much I'm giving to people and, you know, people's intentions towards me? So I feel like even some of you will start working in the public eye here. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles, she's usually behind the scenes. She's like a CEO, you know, not usually the face of the company, but I feel like some of you are starting to work in front of the public because the Divine needs to spread the message as far and as wide as possible here. So I feel like for you guys who are, you know, maybe even their spiritual catalyst was losing a job and losing everything, you really need to be focused on taking that leap of faith and jump and stop thinking about it. Stop worrying about it. This heartache, this people falling away from your life, you clearing and making space was for this purpose, for you to take on your role in this planet as a volunteer to help raise the vibrations. So it's time for you to accept your calling and move forward now, okay? You could even just be a mentor to people who are starting to wake up, okay? So your spiritual growth will potentially help others in their spiritual growth as well. And it can be anything, even physical, with the Queen of Pentacles. We know the court signs with the Pentacles are into fitness and healthcare, and maybe you're a cook and you're starting a TikTok or a YouTube channel where you're showing people how to make healthy foods, and or maybe even natural antibiotics and herbs and things like that, okay? You could be showing those things to other people who are just waking up, and don't underestimate that doing those things is your spiritual calling. Because a lot of the times people think, my spiritual calling is a nun, or they think these are just things that our spiritual priest, nun, tarot reader, imam, all these things. It's not, because we've got to reach different generations. So do you think the divine is not thinking that, we need people who teach us how to eat well, people who teach us how to exercise and do things that we thought we couldn't do, right? Because a lot of people think that, maybe I'm too big to get healthy, or it's too late for me, and things like that, with all this worry behind them. So I see you like as spiritual leaders, and at this time, those of you who have been through this spiritual awakening before that. So spend time thinking through and learning to pursue what you've been toying with in your mind already, okay? Whether it's you going back and even getting higher education, or, you just starting, even if you think you're going to fail, or you're worried, or you're concerned, I'm telling you, the divine will support you on this journey, and it will become very abundant, even within money for you, because the divine understands that those who are on, a divine path do need supporting financially in this world, okay? So I feel like it's really, really positive for you guys to actually start now, okay? So Two of Pentacles here. So focusing on your finances. A lot of the times when we get into our spiritual journey, a lot of us are triggered by what we love the most, losing that, okay? So some of us lose people who we can't get back. So it's not about just working towards getting those people back, and it's sort of like a wake-up call. We need to be well balanced all around our life, and not only focusing on love, but also the financial side, and also the health side. Yes, this is just I guess, a suit we wear while we're here for a human experience, but we've got to take care of it. Many literature tells us our body is our temple, right? And with this Queen of Pentacles, she's got this fruit around her, healthy foods and stuff. So it might be that, you become more into healthy things at this time. For those of you who are just starting on this spiritual path here, you could be going through anxiety and sleepless nights caused by, your recent experiences of heartbreak and things like that. It is a spiritual catalyst, and I do have a video on what stage of awakening you're at. So you could search the channel, or I'll try to put it in the description box somewhere, okay? But this is a day that is bringing about life events that call you to think about change, money, even death, great opportunities, healing ourselves, healing our relationship, healing our thoughts here about relationship, sex, money. Because I'm telling you, the first thing I needed to sort out myself was what I thought about money. When you first go through the spiritual awakening, you'll go through, look at this person, they're in the Illuminati, let's say. And you look down that path first, or you fall down a rabbit hole of looking at the pyramids and seeing what they're about, right? And then it leads you somewhere else, and it leads you somewhere else. And it's completely one foot in front of the other. You're going in the right direction. Everything you're coming across and believe, and then even maybe change your beliefs, you're all meant to do that, okay? It's not being a hypocrite, it's growth. I can't explain that enough to people when they think that, you know, oh, they've changed their point of view. Of course, change if you want. Everybody grows, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to release any forms or even perspectives of that could be harmful to us, right? We're supposed to release any sort of negative eating, negative thinking, any negative thinking about finances, any negative thinking about relationships, about love in general, about sex, right? Because a lot of people will think, you know, sex is wrong. We shouldn't be doing it if we're on this spiritual path. Actually, we have a lot of sexual power, and that will be really heightened right now. Okay, during Scorpio season, definitely it'll be really heightened right now. So it's not that we're supposed to think negatively or abstain from these things when we're in healthy relationships. No, we're supposed to be enjoying, exploring, using these to our advantages, right? We're supposed to be well balanced. We can see that in the Two of Pentacles here. So yeah, we're looking for balance between the masculine and feminine. Here's the balance, right? Not just focus solely on spirituality and not actually the human experience part. That's not in balance. If we are thinking, I'm doing what I need to do spiritually and F everybody else, that's not really helping humanity or to raise the vibrations of the planet. A lot of the times you'll hear general readings about twin flames, and not everybody's got a twin flame as well. There's a very, you know, small part of humanity that has twin flames that are here for that journey. Not everybody is here for the same thing as well, right? So I feel here what we should be focused on during this 11/11 is any sort of healing and honoring and respecting our, you know, temple bodies and things like that. Healing a broken heart, healing a broken mind. There's so many people that could be going through things, you know, mentally here and, you know, not want to tell people. So even sharing your experience with mental health issues and not being ashamed of it teaches other people not to be ashamed of it, right? Which is honoring ourselves and the way we feel and the way we are, and loving ourselves enough to share and help other people to grow. And often as well, we want to see, well, you know, people like on YouTube, it can just be like story times or get ready with me, and people don't understand that how much that helps somebody, right? So don't underestimate yourself here and what you have to share, because the divine has put you through all these difficult experiences in order for you to learn a lot in a short amount of time. So the rest of the time you're here, we're raising the vibration of the planet, we're putting good out there, and we will be rewarded for doing so. Okay, so a 7 of Swords here, a lot of sword energy. In this read, this is perhaps even honoring people that have passed, because with this 9 of Swords, I really felt somebody who maybe crossed over to the other side here and things like that, and people saying, well, my twin flame is gone and I'm never going to get them back and things like that. So it's even during this time writing that person a letter, you know, spending some time doing things that they used to do or you used to do together. Not ignoring that hurt and that pain. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to acknowledge it and, you know, heal it and transcend it, move it past it even. So this is a time where they may come to our mind and things like that as well. The swords are about thoughts and words, so we don't want to be saying or thinking negative things at this times, because we want to see an increase in new connections coming to your life. So even old friends will be reaching out during this time, or, you know, having those conversations. I just thought about you and you called me, or I just thought about you and you popped up at the side of my Facebook, people you may know. These sort of people we want to be reaching out to, okay? The divine's saying, you know, when we clear all these people out, and then I'm trying to also bring people back in, you know, because you're in a much healthier place now than you were. So all this karmic energy that we had to clear in order to be able to become this Queen of Pentacles and take those steps forward, we've now done that, okay? And we're now manifesting offers and desires and things like that towards us. Vision boards, this is the sort of things we want to be doing. Those of us that are still cautious towards love or new experiences, we want to be able to change that. So like I said, when you see those people pop up at the side of your Facebook of people you may know, you need to reach out to them, okay? These could be new great friends, and that, even though, you know, there's somebody from your past that you already knew, maybe a friend from, you know, small school, and now you're adults and things like that. They're being brought back into your life for a reason. So if there's sort of any desire for a new partner here with the Prince of Pentacles, or a business partner even, we don't want to limit it there. We'll see an increase in new people coming into your life that have taken a long time. And that's because you had to be well prepared. And I guess the divine knows what he's doing, right? That's just what I want to say. The divine knows that this is the way it's supposed to be. Often we think we want something and, you know, it's not actually what we need to get us to a place of growth. It's not that, I don't know why I'm being pulled here to this card. I don't know what it is. Oh, the Lovers. Okay, yeah, I was talking about love. It's fine. It's nothing. Keep it moving, guys. It's because I said about pulling in a new partner and I was pulled to that card, but it's fine. But I feel like during this year's 11/11, you can expect some relief, okay? Not only from moving past hard times, but being overly critical on yourself. The Seven of Swords can be, because like I said, swords are about thoughts and speech. And it's not just about somebody cheating, it's about deception and deceiving ourselves and looking in the mirror and being overly critical on ourselves, you know, and overextending our loyalties to other people. And then when they don't give us that same loyalty back, maybe beating ourselves up. So we can feel a release of that sort of energy as well, what we're putting on ourselves, this overthinking and over criticizing and being harsh on ourselves. So maybe those of you who woke up before as volunteers, we've been getting over this the last few months, I guess. But I feel like we're now understanding that we need healthy boundaries and what we're putting out there. It's up to us as well. So it's being accountable, right? And I think like there's more people waking up and being accountable. If I put myself out there, then and I get hurt, I guess I'm to blame. So we're a little bit more cautious in putting ourselves out there, but maybe not bullying ourselves as much as we would as well. So yeah, rethinking our wellness routines and things like that. Maybe not deceiving ourselves, focus on healing. And yeah, I feel like so far so good, guys. If you are just waking up and you're waiting for a romantic offer of somebody who cheated on you and you're expecting this 11/11 to make a wish, the divine is being just to you here. It will take a long time for this person to come forward with a genuine offer. And I think a lot of the times we can't begrudge people who are just looking at readings for, I want to know when, but we soon learn that that slows things down, right? So I feel like, yeah, it's going to be good for us being good to ourselves, seeing and recognizing our own value, and because we're doing that, the divine is rewarding us after being stuck a long time. I feel like there's a lot of work to be done. I keep going over here. What is this? The Magician and the Lovers now. Come on, stop. King of Pentacles here. And the Tower. Okay, so I'm drawn back here to this Nine of Swords. I don't know, maybe we'll have to incorporate this over here as well, the Lovers and Magician. We already have the Magician on the deck anyway. But I feel drawn back to this Nine of Swords where I said, you know, maybe somebody who's passed. It may not even be somebody you know from, you know, your generation or your lifespan. It can be even honoring our ancestral healing, okay? You know, where we're having to cut the family ties. A lot of you think like, oh, well, I'm the black sheep of the family and it's a disaster. And being the black sheep of the family is not a disaster, let me tell you something. And we're saying the King and Queen of Pentacles here, but we'll come back to that because somebody is pulling for the Lovers and the Magicians over here and want to know what's going on with their twin and stuff. We'll come back to that as well. But I feel there is this, like I was saying, black sheep, and like there, and we was talking about ancestors, and we're having to clear their karma. And, you know, it feels like a lot of hard work, but you're not the black sheep. You're almost the golden child here. You're the chosen one. And if you was the only one who could handle this in your family, it can be that everybody in your family are just sort of like have cast you out here and you don't fit in and you don't belong, and you're like, somebody made a mistake. This is not my family. They're not being kind to me like I see on the TV or something. And this is why we should be at this time also honoring on 11/11 our ancestrals, relatives, and healing those sort of Pacific connections and things like that. And because we're doing that work, right, it's happened to fall on us, and we're the black sheep and the weirdos in the family. But it's breaking those patterns, right? And it's not easy. I don't want to say to you, you know, you're the golden child and it's easy. It's not easy, not at all. But the reward is great. And if you think about, let's say, your family that you've spent this lifetime with, have maybe negative traits, or, you know, haven't done any of that healing of that ancestral generation, and you know, haven't broken, you know, any cords from that, or, you know, healed any paths or any traumas and things like that. Your family's carrying this DNA trauma down the line, and it had to stop with you. I know it doesn't feel like a blessing, or it doesn't feel like you're the golden child, or that things are great for you, but I'm telling you, if you just trust and believe, because even when you go through all this and maybe the family aren't so great to you, people lie and cheat and deceive you and blame you, you're still very kind and forgiving and nurturing, and that's why it had to be you. And this, I'm sorry that you went through these difficulties, but it's now gotten you to take care of yourself. And there is this divine partner out there for you. And you should be on your spiritual calling here. And you're working your way towards it, right? There is somebody for you. Your wish will be fulfilled. You will be rewarded. It's not that everything's just going to be bad for you, but a lot of the times it feels like we're going through very dark times, right? And I think in some videos I said, when you're going through these, when it's dark, you know, you've been planted, you're growing. When you're covered in poo, you know, that's fertilizer. When you're going through all that SHIT, it's fertilizer. right? And I know it's tough, and you know, you can feel cut off and disconnected from everybody, and like nobody understands you, nobody gets you, and I'm the black sheep. And no, I want you to not call yourself the black sheep. I want you to call yourself the chosen one or the golden child. I want you to start speaking to and about yourself better with this Seven of Swords as well. Hopefully you've learned to do that as well. And like I was saying up here, it's pulling me back again that our relationship with money and speaking about money and speaking about love, people often recite money is the root of all evil. And they wonder why money doesn't come to them, because your belief and your awareness at that point is that money is evil. And that's even a misquotation that gets spread around. Or maybe even as a child, you get told, we can't afford that. So you stop, you've always got that mindset of, I can't afford that. If we look and think about money, every word to do with money, right, is to do with water, cash flow, frozen bank account, even bank, river bank, right? So we want to think in the terms of flow rather than stuck, and that sort of energy, rather than feeling that, or speaking and thinking in negative terms about ourselves, about money, about health, because often we get to the point where we are pessimistic. And I like I said, I do understand why, because we get put through these tests and these traumas and these changes and these transformations that we have to heal often over and over again with different people, from the people who are supposed to love and nurture us from newborn, right? To other romances in our life, to friendships, to jobs, our relationships with everything. But this 11/11, it's a great time now to expand on your thinking positively, okay? Because this tower means changes. It doesn't mean destruction and things like that. We want to change the way we're looking at these incidents in our life. Oh, I went through this terrible trauma, this terrible heartbreak, and it's all negative, and we relive it until our body starts to take on that vibration. Every time we think about it, it's thinking negatively about that, and it gives us sleepless nights, anxiety, stress, and then it makes us ill. So here, 11/11, it's a time that we can expand our mind. And at this time, because like I said, this will be when a new wave wakes up. We need the wake ups, right? And sometimes when we are a little too comfortable, we're not going to change it. So it does often come with these towers, right? And third party situations. It can come with our parents, maybe even kicking us out the house or out the family, like I say, feeling like that black sheep. But when we've released that negative energy at this time, we can do rituals at this time where we want to let go of the past and heal that energy, anything we've been holding on to, and let it go with loving energy, an energy of gratitude. That will do the most for you to say thank you and goodbye to that, because now we want to experience a change and bring abundance so that we can give back to humanity and learn to lift it, right? No matter what stage we're at. Yeah, this is about learning here, Princess of Swords. And so many, they want to lift themselves up, and they start lifting themselves up and feel great, I've made a new business, and then they stop giving back to this is our service to humanity. They stop giving back, and then they get sent back to step one. So if you stopped giving when you felt that you was abundant, you're going to fall off again here. So just be aware of that, okay? Be aware of troubles with your assets and resources and self-worth, okay? Rethink how and what you're putting out there, because it's what we get back, isn't it? We can look at this point as a solar return, where until we get round to this date next year, what do I want to happen? What am I giving out? What am I putting out? What did I give out last year? What do I want to put out this year? You know, do I want to heal other people and help other people? Or do I just want to focus on my self-love right now? If you have, you know, learned to love yourself in a very positive way, it's time to start putting out there and giving back. And if you haven't learned to love yourself in a positive way, it's time to expand on the positive things you think about yourself and refill that cup of love for yourself, okay? Exploring new forms of self-expression here. So like I said, you could be starting a TikTok or something, you know, and just talking about your experience. That'll also be healing for you, because you'll see how many people out there who relate to that, and it'll help with your faith in humanity and in your calling, right? I feel like you'll find this sense of belonging during this time. So kind of feeling like, after I've been a black sheep for so long, I find my crowd. I find my soul family where I fit in. And don't be afraid to fit in, because your soul family will welcome you. They will not judge you. You know, I feel like so many times, I've always said I've left the comments open on my channel for those who are loving and supporting to those who are just coming or going through something, and they're like, hey, I've been through that and you're going to be fine. Those small words can do so much. I've told a story before where a stranger smiled at me and it meant so much. And I think that was like 10 years ago now, but it meant so much. You don't understand how the small things that you're doing every single day to lift each person is a big thing. Just imagine walking past somebody and smiling, and you have a beautiful infectious smile, and then that person smiles and passes that smile on, you know, because the people who are bringing destruction and negative energy to our world ain't stopping doing that. So it's not just time to recognize the negativity that's going on in the world. It's time to come back and put positivity in the world, okay? If you are just experiencing heartbreak and towers and things like that, and you're nowhere near self-love, then it's time to rest. A lot of us need to recognize when it's time to rest, if the divine wanted us to be doing something. So if you're saying, hey, I haven't got a job and I've got no prospects of jobs and I'm upset about this and this and this and that, you know, rest. It's okay to rest. The rest is as important as the grind, okay? But I feel like new job offers with the King of Pentacles will be coming your way, guys. So it's a good time to, well, I guess like we were saying, you can make a wish, but set goals for yourself, set targets for yourself while you're in this period of rest. You know, it's a good time to learn new spiritual practices. And if you can spend like, you know, couple hundred on a Gucci belt, then you should be really investing in your spiritual growth as well, spiritual courses, looking at spiritual, especially if you're going to become a spiritual mentor, you should be looking for a spiritual mentor as well, right? And then you'll see, okay, well, I'm actually getting something back for this. So I feel like it's a wonderful time for this learning, growing, and passing what you've learned out there. You'll learn still on the way. We never stop learning. That's the whole point of a human experience, right? And we won't stop redirecting and stop growing. We will just keep redirecting, and we will keep growing, and we will keep passing on and teaching others who come after us, because we have been the ones who broke those generational curses. We are very proud golden children. I think at one time they used to call it crystal children and things like that. So let's see. Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So, you know, it just came to my head, the Prince of Egypt song, and somebody just texted me as well about the Prince of Egypt this morning, but it is actually one of my favorite stories about prophets. There can be miracles when you believe. When hope is frail, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. When you believe, keep charging ahead. Even if you feel like you failed and something didn't work out, remember my video, fail fast, fail forward, fail frequent. You know, those who are successful or deemed successful, or even those who are putting negative energy out there, don't stop because they think they failed at first attempt. You know, those people keep going until they get there, right? And that's what I want for you guys to do. Keep going until you get there. Okay, so let's go to the lovers, I guess, because I'm being drawn to the other deck and I'm being pulled, and you know, people are like, hey, the King and Queen of Pentacles here, and yeah, we're meant to be together. So 1111, I guess, for the twin flames on your journey. I feel like you probably was awake to this person. You may have been in a relationship with them, and you may not have been in a relationship with them yet, okay? But you may have met them, recognized them, and you're seeing 1111 anywhere, everywhere, anywhere. And, you know, because you're now waking up, your twin flame will also be waking up, okay? You're going to be triggered. You need to be doing, like I say, working with spiritual mentors, doing meditations. You actually need to be on these spiritual courses and things, you know, and asking yourself, why am I seeing this 1111? What is it about this person? Why am I seeing their name everywhere? Am I meant to be with them? You are both on this path of learning each other. So it can be that you break down first, and the breakdown with the Tower and the Three of Swords here in the read, you can break down so low that you've never experienced sort of pain like that before, because you're going to go through the dark night of the soul here. Your higher self is trying to send you messages about this. So if you're seeing 1111 and that's why you clicked on this reading, you're recently going through a heartache, then it's quite possible you are one of the volunteers here with your twin flame. Okay, so you'll get many sequences of numbers and things like that. I think what people don't talk about often is the mirrored numbers. So if you're seeing 1441, 2332, those sorts of things, they'll all be sort of triggers signaling that things are changing for you on an inner level. You can even see your DNA change at this time. So being and becoming more soul aware. So that soul awareness and things like that will be experiences. Probably due to a romantic relationship breaking down with the Three of Swords, and knowing I'm meant to be with this person but not understanding why things have gone terribly wrong with this person and why they are taking forever to come towards me. Now, this isn't somebody who is violent towards you or things like that. That's not your twin flame. It's just being separated while you do spiritual work. A lot of people putting the wrong messages out there, and that's why I don't really like to do twin flame reads as general. Look at this major arcana on this side. I should have probably shuffled that deck and brought it in, but I didn't think the reading was gonna go this way. The Chariot. So we'll often see that, you know, there is this, oh, that was the Two of Swords reversed again, right? Same up here. So it's you who are twin flames that, you know, I'm in two minds now, I'm healed, whether that is my twin flame or a false twin flame, because we can often meet a false twin flame and, you know, not know. I guess you would have to find out individually. Meditations will bring answers. Eating better foods and cleaning your energy, detoxing, intermittent fasting and things like that will really help you to get pure answers from yourself, okay? So Two of Swords, if you feel like, you know, I've healed and that's no longer my twin flame because I don't want them back, they didn't make me an offer, it's not the case. It's not the case that they're not your twin flame if just because they didn't make you an offer or come back towards you and you've maybe outgrown those feelings of codependency. That just means well done you guys. You are no longer codependent on being happy with that person. You learn to love yourself. You're happy alone. You're happy without them. You're actually a step closer to being together. I know it's crazy, right? But it's true. It took a long time for me and my twin to get to those places as well, and people think it's going to be super duper quick and I'm gonna be with them very soon. It's not the case, okay? Prince of Pentacles, you'll often see that coming up in your reading, and you might say, hey, well, my twin is actually a fire sign. No, it doesn't mean the speed that they're coming and what they're offering and how they're feeling and things like that, okay? So I feel like if you haven't met a twin flame yet, you may soon encounter that relationship if you're seeing 1111 repeatedly. So just being aware of those things, and like I said, becoming more soul aware, because your soul is now activated, if you like, and going on that journey. Trying to teach you to be more cautious, you know, in just giving and who you give your energy to. It's not to make you indecisive, it's to make you more cautious with that Knight of Pentacles energy there, guys. So, yeah, I didn't intend for it to be this long, but I hope you got something from this reading, guys. I leave my information in the description box, never in the comments. Happy 11/11 and good luck, guys.